Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be reviewing AEW Dynamite for October 23rd, 2024. We open up Dynamite with a crew of AEW wrestlers outside waiting for the arrival of the Combat Club. Then we go to the arena for Tony Schiavone announcing, "Here comes Adam Hangman Page." Tony asks Hangman where his mind is, and Hangman grabs the mic from Tony's hand. Adam Page says he took Jay White's head off last week. Then out of nowhere, Colton Gunn comes out attacking Page from behind. He lays a beating on Page. Colton lays him out with a lariat on the outside. Colton leaps at Page, but Page moves and Colton goes over the barricade. Page grabs Colton, tosses him in the ring. He takes off his belt, and then out comes Jay White and Juice Robinson. Jay White double legs Hangman, and Hangman escapes outside of the ring. Jay White says this is not over. And our first contest of the evening is one-on-one contest between Sammy Guevara and Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin tosses Sammy up in the air and he comes crashing down onto the canvas. Benjamin then hits a snap suplex. Sammy hits a springboard moonsault to the outside and slides back into the ring and goes for a suicide dive, but Shelton catches him and hits him with a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. Shelton goes for a German suplex, but Sammy lands on his feet. Then Sammy hits a cutter. Sammy goes for a springboard, but gets caught with a super kick by Shelton. Shelton then hits the exploder suplex for the 1, 2, 3. Shelton Benjamin picks up the victory, and next week we'll go one-on-one with Swerve Strickland. We see Renee ambushing Mariah May coming out of her locker room, asking her about her loss to Anna Jay Saturday night. Renee asks May why she's leaving the building, and May said, "I'm not leaving the building, what are you talking about?" Renee asks her why she has her bag, and she said, "This is not my bag." Then May opens up the bag and throws it down the hall. Then she is attacked by Anna Jay. Christopher Daniels shows up and breaks it up. And we've got a hot thing going on between Mariah May and Anna Jay. Next up again, we see Tony Schiavone in the ring, and he brings out Kyle Fletcher accompanied by Don Callis. Callis grabs the mic from Tony and Tony bounces. He says Kyle Fletcher has something important to say. Fletcher says, "I'm only here to speak to one person, and that is Will Ospreay. Will, it's been 11 days since I cost you the International Championship. These people are just as bad as you are. It's inbred Americans that said I wrestled like you. They said I even sound like you. Oh my. I know what I had to do to get out of your shadow. Will Ospreay is a selfish SOB, but I will give him one opportunity to save face for these disgusting people. You face me one-on-one next week." Then Don Callis whips out the hair trimmers and passes it to Fletcher, and Fletcher proceeds to shave his head. Fletcher then looks in the camera and screams, "I'm nothing like you." Next, we have a tag team contest with Brian Cage and Lance Archer against two guys that didn't even get an entrance or an introduction. What are their names? It doesn't matter what their name is because they get squashed. Cage and Archer hit a combination of a power bomb chokeslam for the 1, 2, 3. Next up is a ladder match for the Ring of Honor Championship as the challenger Chris Jericho one-on-one with the champion Mark Briscoe. Briscoe throws a ladder in the ring at Jericho to start the contest. There's tables already set up at ringside, and Briscoe shoulder tackles Jericho off the apron through 2 tables. Briscoe has the ladder in the middle ring, but he drops it because he goes back out to the outside and picks up Jericho. He pulls Jericho up on the apron and looks like he's gonna go for a powerbomb through tables on the other side of the ring, but Jericho escapes. Briscoe sets Jericho up on the ladder on the outside. He goes and does a cannonball, but Jericho moves, and Briscoe crashes through the ladder. We come back from break and we see Mark Briscoe is busted wide open. Both men climb to the top of the ladder. They meet at the top, and then Briscoe falls off the ladder, but then pushes the ladder, and Jericho falls off the ladder, crashing to the canvas. Briscoe places Jericho on a ladder, climbs to the top of the ladder, but out comes the Bad Apple, stopping him from hitting an elbow drop. Then Rocky Romero comes out, hitting Keith with a kendo stick multiple times. Briscoe then hits a diving elbow off the top of the ladder through a table. Briscoe is then climbing to the top of the ladder, but Big Bill grabs him and hits him with a chokeslam, throwing him over the top rope through the tables on the outside of the floor. Oh my. Big Bill then carries Jericho up to the top of the ladder, and Jericho grabs the belt and wins the Ring of Honor Championship. Next, out comes Adam Cole, baby. Cole is then immediately interrupted by Roderick Strong, Matt Taven, and Matt Bennett. They tell Adam this is not about MJF, this is about us, this is about our friendship. Strong is so proud of Adam Cole coming back from that horrendous injury. Cole then calls out MJF to come get an undisputed ass whooping. Then they show MJF on the Tron getting a massage. MJF says whichever one of you wins 3 matches in a row, I'll give you a match at Full Gear. Where is Wardlow? Next up, we see Camille accompanied by Mercedes Monae for a one-on-one contest with Queen Aminata. The Queen hits a head scissors to start off the contest. Then Camille catches Aminata and hits a backbreaker. We come back from break and Queen hits a snap neck breaker and she's feeling it. Monae looks very worried. Aminata swings at Camille but misses and Camille picks her up in the torture rack position, hits a slam. 1, 2, oh, the Queen kicks out. Monae looks at Camille and says finish her. Then Camille hits a reverse DDT for the 1, 2, 3. The Brick House wins. Next week we're going to see Camille versus Chris Statlander. Statlander comes out. They go face to face. Monae distracts Chris and Statlander lays her out with a reverse DDT. Monae and Camille stand tall over Statlander. Christian heads out to the ring and then we see Renee in the back with Hook. Renee asks Hook who attacked Taz. Hook said it's the guy in the ring and I'm about to go whoop his ass. Hook heads out to the ring and hits Christian, pushing him into the back, and then Kip Sabian hits a low blow on Hook. Christian then hits a kill shot on Hook and raises the title shot. Next up, it's time for the main event of the evening. It's a trios contest with Daniel Garcia and Private Party against the Elite. Garcia attacks Perry before the bell rings, kicking him in the corner and choking him with his foot. Then we come back from break and the Young Bucks hit a double super kick on Cassidy. Then Perry hits him with a poison Rama. Garcia then pulls Perry out to the outside and throws him into the barricade. Zay rolls up Nicholas off the distraction. 1, 2, 3. Private Party and Daniel Garcia pick up the victory. Private Party then challenges the Young Bucks to a tag team title match next week and they say if they lose they will split up forever. The Young Bucks accept the match. Then we see Shafir showing up distracting everyone outside the arena and the BBC attack Garcia and Private Party from behind with chairs. Moxley then throws Chuck Taylor in the ring and Claudio wraps a chair around Chuck Taylor's neck and then he stomps the chair. Oh my goodness, he stomped the chair wrapped around his neck. The AEW guys then run out and the BBC had bounced through the crowd. They show the Young Bucks and Perry looking on. They look a little upset, but I'm doubting they really are. Then we see Orange Cassidy looking very upset as Dynamite goes off the air.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.